Hi guys, welcome back to April After Dark. Happy freaking October. We are in the best month of the year. I am so freaking excited. Obviously, I had to have one of my most favorite people in the entire world, Reagan McNeil, here. She has been in my old OG videos way back in the day. And she is, you know, what I was for Halloween a few years back, one of my absolute favorite costumes that I ever was. I constantly debate on whether to be her again for one of the nights in October. So, anyway, I wanted to show you guys my background. Do you love it? It is from, obviously, Stranger Things. I love Stranger Things. Stranger Things Season 2 premieres October 27th on Netflix. I am so excited for this month. I just can't even tell you. I seriously had something kind of strange happen, and this is going to draw upon old experiences that I have had, that I have shared with you on this channel. So stay tuned. Does anybody watch Ghost Adventures? You all know that I absolutely love Ghost Adventures, and the new season kicked off about 2 weeks ago. The very last episode from this last Saturday was about an exorcism slash possession. So Reagan had to be here for this conversation. Anyway, it was really, really weird. I don't know why, but sometimes when I watch things and I happen to be alone and they happen to have something to do with possession or demonic, satanic things, sometimes I feel like there is something else around trying to feed on my fear. It's really weird. I debated about talking about this on here, but you know, it is October, it is spook month, so I wanted to just kind of dive right into something that has been weirding me out a little bit. So if you guys have seen that episode, you know what happens. There is a man, there's a family in Ogden, Utah, and they all seem to think that their dad has some sort of attachment to him, and he sees this lady, this red-haired lady or young girl that he forms this bond with, that he talks to all the time. And even his daughter, his wife, they all think that this entity that he is seeing in the formation of a young, you know, red-headed, beautiful lady is that it's disguising itself, that that's not really what it is. And obviously, if you've, you know, been around these, you know, Ghost Adventures and around my channel, then you know that it is thought that demons, or if you believe in that or not, a lot of times they do go masquerading around as children, as anything that doesn't seem like a threatening, you know, nothing. It's definitely not going to present itself as it truly is in its true form. But anyway, if you haven't seen the episode, go check that out and let me know what you think, or if you have seen it, let me know what your thoughts are down below. So I didn't finish watching it the one night that I intended to watch it. I started watching it, right, and I was by myself. My husband was at work, and you know, watching something like that with a possession or whatever, it's probably not the best idea to do at nighttime. Even though I enjoy being scared, I don't really enjoy being, like, terrified. Or not even terrified, just extremely uneasy. So I couldn't finish the episode. I was trying to go to sleep. I just didn't really want that to be in my brain as I'm going to bed. But not only that, the weird thing is that both of my dogs were in the living room. They were both already, you know, had gone to bed, were asleep, were quiet for several hours, and both of them at different times, with a good amount of distance in between each, started barking and whimpering and whining at I don't know, I didn't even get up. I was so weirded out by it. I was half asleep, but it really creeped me out. Motley was the first one that started doing it, and he started barking, and he barks, obviously, at things. Dogs do what dogs do. But, you know, I could just tell it wasn't a typical, I'm just gonna bark because I hear something outside, or because I want you to come in the living room and play with me. It wasn't that. It was something really weird. And then, you know, I don't know how many minutes later, my bigger dog, Kingsley, started whimpering, barking, and like whining, and it was just very strange. I have never heard that the sounds that they were making, I have not heard from them, and it's weird. You would have thought that I would have gotten up, but I was half asleep. I was in bed. I had to get up really early for work, and I just dismissed it because he did eventually stop. But it was just really weird, and the only thing I can really connect it to was watching that, you know, episode about the possession for this family in Ogden, Utah, like satanic, demonic possession. And, you know, when I was researching all those videos that I did on Annalise Michel, who is the actual girl that The Exorcism of Emily Rose, that movie, is based on, I had a lot of weird stuff happening here in this house. And, you know, I did talk about it a little bit in some of my videos. Obviously, I even did sort of a tiny little investigation because I was getting such weird activity here. And, I don't know what that is. I don't know if that is, you know, me being crazy or, you know, thinking a little bit too much, but there is just some sort of energy that just really is unsettling whenever it comes down to that topic. And I think I told you guys before that whenever I read the Exorcist book when I was like 11 years old, I was so freaked out by the book. I was so disturbed by the book that I threw it away in the dumpster at my mom's apartments, and that is so not like me to do. I have since repurchased the book, and I have it on Audible, so I listen to it because William Peter Blatty, who rest in peace, is actually reading the story, you know, the book to you. So I do that a lot because of, you know, my long drives into work, and sometimes when I'm working out or if I'm taking a bubble bath, all that good stuff. And I think I told you guys that the last time I got into listening to it, something was tapping on the bed, and it was 3, which is a very significant number when it comes to discussing devils or demons or Satan or whatever you think any of that is. 3 is like a mocking of the Holy Trinity. So there were 3 thumps on the bed, and that weirded me out. I think I mentioned that back in December or January in a little mini vlog that I put up on my channel. So that was weird. But I was reading some really weird things. I don't know if, you know, maybe when you make these... I heard something really strange just now. So I read a fact from Jennifer Carpenter, the actress who played Emily Rose in The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and that, like I said before, is based on the Annalise Michel story. And she said that during shooting of this film, that several times where her stereo would just turn on in the middle of the night and it would be playing Pearl Jam's I'm Still Alive song, and it was really, really weird to her. I mean, that is really strange, and how would it do it repeatedly like that? Like, what the heck was that? I guess I don't even know what my point is. It just seems like certain movies, or, you know, even if you're calling out to something in a film, you know, that you may not believe in, does that really call something dark to you? You know, I mean, I would have to say yes. I don't know what that darkness is, but believe me, it exists, and I believe in it. So anyway, I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling, but I thought I would just open up October with talking about some weird stuff that's happened recently, because sometimes these little things happen and I don't think about it enough to get it, you know, to remember to put it on film for you guys. But it was really weird and it really creeped me out that the dogs were reacting that way. The episode, you know, really made me feel really weird, and there's only been like maybe 2 other Ghost Adventures episodes in the entire catalog that have ever just made me physically feel sick inside. One of them was like a hospital of some sort. I'll have to find it, find the episode and tell you guys about that, because it just, I remember my heart was kind of fluttering listening to it, watching it, and that doesn't always happen. I've always kind of fancied myself as being desensitized to scary things, but obviously it seems like I'm not, because there's all these things. But I just believe that the only reason that stuff kind of weirds me out is because I have come across the path of dark things in my life. Dark entities, dark spirits, dark energy, evil energy, just pure evil. And sometimes I think something kind of reminds me of that or connects me back to that, you know, and it absolutely freaks me out to my inner core. Just wanted to know what you guys thought about that, or if there's anything that you can relate to with that. Another weird thing I read was that I don't believe I knew this before, but during the filming of The Exorcist, obviously you guys know it's known as one of the most cursed movies of all time. I have done several videos on cursed movies, and they're all horror movies, but I guess the set of the McNeil house, I don't know, some accident happened. I don't really know the details of it. I don't remember, like something to do with a pigeon and electrical wiring and then things exploding and burning, and the one room that was untouched, that didn't, you know, nothing happened to it, was, can you guess what room? The room, Regan McNeil's room, where the possession and the exorcism was taking place. Isn't that weird? I mean, I don't know. I just don't know. And I'm saying all this too because Season 2 of The Exorcist has premiered, I think it was last Friday. Again, I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I did watch the very first season and I actually really enjoyed it. I love the twist that they had with it. And yeah, very creepy. Some of that stuff, you know, I can watch it and sometimes something is like, no! with me, like freaks me out, or my dogs have a weird reaction, or stuff starts happening inside the house. So I don't know what that is, but I'm sorry that I've babbled your guys' heads off. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am so excited for October. I am really excited to be, you know, not planning a wedding and be able to totally get into the Halloween spirit. I hope you guys like the setup. I hope you enjoyed seeing Regan, and I will see all of you in my next video. As always, happy haunting, stay scared, and have a very creepy night. Bye.